What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Today we're going to visit the veterinarian, and we're going to take another pet from egg to completely cracked out. Now for this specimen, we're going to be using the spooky ghost cat egg. This was the Defender Pass cat from last season. So from the first season's Defender Pass, going to get mine completely set up from hatching all the way to usable. Let's go ahead and get started. And first things first, of course, we want to hatch this bad boy. And there we go. Now I got kind of lucky and got water damage on it already. I wanted either water or earth damage, and it rolled with water. So let's go ahead and take this bad boy, and let's just go ahead and equip it here. And now what do we want to do? Well, the first thing we want to do is level this guy up. Now, to get your pet affection levels, you can either just play the game or you can use pet affection boosters. Pet affection boosters, the small ones you're going to be able to purchase with Defender medals directly from the vendor in town or in your tavern. And then the large ones you'll get from various sources throughout the game. Mastery mode, the Defender Pass. I think there might even be a login reward. For some pet bundles. Yeah, there's 3 large pet affection boosters there. Additionally, those are tradable, so you can buy them from other players. Now, we're going to start off by using one of the small pet affection boosters. As you see here, we are, we need to get leveled. So we pop that bad boy off. You see my little pet affection, the heart below, is now 10 out of 10. We need to go ahead and feed this bad boy and get him all powered up. Right, now once we get it evolved, we should have the ability that we're looking for already. We do not. So that is good. We'll be able to show the rerolls. Now before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and just take this guy all the way up to level 60. So for the second tier, we're going to want to use a large pet affection booster. We see that gets us to level 25. We can then go ahead and power him up to 25. Get him evolved once again. Now for this next bracket, to get up to 45, we're going to use a large pet affection booster, but then we see we're 3 levels short. So 42 of 45, you can just go play a few maps and get those levels, or you can use a small pet affection booster, which I'm going to do right here, and that closed the gap up to 45. And then we will, once again, we'll feed him the fishes and get them all leveled up, and then one more evolve. Now on the last tier, to get up to level 60, one large pet affection booster will take you from 46 to 60. So we'll go ahead and pop that. You see we're level 60 now. And we can go ahead and power them up once again. Now, no more evolutions are required. Now we just want to take a look at the pet and see what we want to do with it and what we're going to be using it for. Now, first off, I do want to re-roll that ability. I want this one to have the Howl, that's the Dragolich type ability. So we're going to start off right there by going to the reroll tab and re-rolling this pet ability. You are going to have the pet ability reroll little tokens that you're going to find in pet boxes. And there we go, Cat Whale 3. We got the ability that we want on there now. Now, in addition, we want to look at the empowerment stats. We want to re-roll these to better stats, and we want to see what we want to use. This particular spooky ghost cat will probably go on my hunter here. He'll probably stay right there where he's at. Now, with that in mind, this is a hero damage hunter. However, I also use him to build. So for me, the ideal setup is going to have hero damage and defense power. So we want to get rid of this ability power and get some defense power on there. Once again, you're going to need the pet reagent, or the little empowerment stats reroll token that you'll find in pet boxes throughout the game. And we just want to keep rolling this until we get that defense power roll. There we go. We got it, but it is a minimum roll. So we're going to re-roll that one again. Now, it will show you the base rolls. It can be anywhere on this particular pet between 315 and 350. 350 is always the cap of the base. We are going to roll for that. I don't think you can actually roll 350 right now. You can only, the best you can get to is 349. So we're going to keep re-rolling this defense power until we get something a little better. You might look at it and think, oh, it's not huge, but remember that is the base number, so the actual amount of stat it gives you is quite large. There's no doubt there. So I'm looking for something in like the 340s, I think. 340 plus, I'll be pretty happy with it. So let's just keep rolling it here. It can come quick or it can take forever. The good news is you likely have an abundance of pet reroll material just laying around. So this is how we're going to burn them. And, you know, I've got such an enormous amount of them, I don't think I could probably run out. I could roll for a long time. Now, there's 343 out of 350. That's not a great roll, but that is a starting roll that I think I'll be happy with. Let's take a couple more shots at it just to see if we get anything a little bit better. Not looking good here. Once again, the roll is anywhere between the 315 and 350, so it's going to be completely random. And, ooh, there's a good roll, 348. So that is pretty darn close. Now, if we look at our hero damage, now remember I wanted to have hero damage and defense power on this pet. It's already at a really high roll. You can tell just by looking at the empowerment stat it gives based off of my champion score. Defense power at 348 is giving me 17,973. Hero damage is really close to that. So when we look at the roll, we're already at 347. So I think I'm going to just be content with that hero damage and go from there. Now, if you want to reroll your element, like I said, I'm pretty happy with the water damage on this one. But if you did want to reroll your element, there is a rare pet element reroll. You see, this one's a legendary. These are super rare. I think I average like one out of every maybe 250 pet boxes I open. These are tradable, so you can buy them from other players, but they are going to be quite expensive. But say, like, I wanted to get either earth damage or water damage on this one to kind of line up with my build on my hunter. I've already got poison built into the build, so if I had earth damage, my pet could proc some petrify combos. But additionally, I don't have a source of drench anywhere in my build, so the water is providing the drench. So it's kind of, I can't lose on this one, but I do want to take a couple of shots at it and take a look. Now, we got water yet again. Let's try a couple more. Another water. We're just going to stick with that water if we don't get earth. Yet another water. Let's go one more. I don't want to turn this into too expensive of a pet. And there we go. There is the earth damage. So I'm going to take the earth damage as I do want to proc the petrify combo. And I've already got poison built into the build because I use the ring of poison. Now, one important thing to note with pets is the pet's ability is tied into not only the pet type, but additionally the element type. So we had that cat whale 3 and we've now lost it because we re-rolled the element. So with that in mind, you're never going to want to re-roll your pet ability prior to rolling your element. Now, normally, you would re-roll the element to get a pet ability. Like Earth is real popular so that you can roll Sandstorm onto the pet. However, on this pet, I want that Ghost Whale, which means I did this out of order. And now I'm going to have to go ahead and re-roll the pet ability again so that we can get that Ghost Whale. Let's try it. See how many shots it's going to take us. Now we've got all of the Earth rolls into the mix, which mean the chances of getting it are going to be lower, as there are lots of other things in full here. And there we go. There's Cat Whale 3. Now we've got the element we want, we've got the ability we want, and we've only got one more thing to look at, and that is the pet attack rate. Now, out of rerolls, this is the only one of the numbers that you will want a smaller number on. This is how fast the pet attacks. The pet's attack, the number of projectiles in the cycle, is set and determined by each individual pet. However, the rate that they attack is not, and it can be rolled. Now, this is the one roll in the game where, when it comes to pets, smaller is better. So here you see the ranges are 215 to 280. What that represents is 2.15 seconds to 2.8 seconds. And we want the smallest number. So we got a 2.4. Let's keep rolling on it. Get nothing but these big high rolls. Here's a 2.27, so a little increase here. Here's a 2.2, so making a little progress. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it down too much lower without spending just tons of rerolls. I mean, I've got tons of rerolls to use, but it's also a very low priority. And there we go. There is the fastest attack rate, 2.15. Now that, once again, is representing not how many attacks the cat puts out, it's representing the time between attacks. So now that we've got that 2.15, every 2.15 seconds, this pet will attack. So it's going to do that set projectile no matter what, and it's going to put it out every 2.15 seconds. So there we go. We took our spooky ghost cat from an egg to an absolute beast, and now this is a usable pet for any hero damage hero that also does some tower building. So it's perfect for my hunter in this example, as I do want to use the Spectral Knights, but I like to DPS on this character as well. So hopefully this helps you all out. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.